This little cute plant here is called a haworthia limifolia striata. Sometimes you guys will probably see it marked as haworthia washboard. I think because of these striations right here. So I've had this plant for over a year, and like I had this one mother plant here that had grown a few babies around. I still have some space here, but they're pushing against this planter wall on this side. So I think it's time to separate some of the babies and either put them in separate location in my garden or in my patio where they get shade. This type of haworthia, although many of the haworthias actually you can grow in with limited light. You can actually grow these in your office. You know, you can put them in a container and put them in your office, on your desk, you know, in your living room where they don't really get a lot of sun or bright light. So enough, even I can keep this here in my kitchen if I want to, but it's happy where it's at in my patio, in my covered patio. So I'm gonna put it back there when I'm done. So I'm just gonna show you how I separate the babies from the mother plant. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of these rocks. Actually, I'm gonna just use my finger. Just shake them off gently. Okay. Now, carefully, I'm gonna turn this upside down. You can see my root ball is not so bad. In fact, it's not root bound at all. So I'm happy. No wonder it's giving me a lot of babies. And these haworthias don't like a lot of water. So like I said, I water just slightly every 3 to 4 days. And I do it like probably every Monday, Thursday night if I need to, and on the weekends, maybe on a Sunday. So, but it's always every 3 to 4 days. So I have this one baby, this side here. So you just gently pull it out, and you hear a snap, and it has its own root system. So you just pull out. I only try to pull out the big ones because the big ones can survive on their own. And even if they don't have a lot of roots, they can grow their own roots system. Oh, see that one? So I really have to dry that one. Leave it on my table to dry before I plant it in its own pot, but it has its own root. This baby here came off by itself, but I think I can maybe grow that in the same pot as this one. And you can see some small ones here, small ones here, which I'll try not to detach them from the mother plant. This one broke off. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. That's just because when I water, it might just hold a lot of moisture and create a root rot for the mother plant. ripping these off of the mom, although it sounds really mean, it actually gives me satisfaction. Not only because I'm gonna get new plants, but I'm also giving this mama plant a breathing room. So I was able to get rid of that, this here. So, and it has a little side baby, but it looks like a skinny one. You see, it's already stretching out. So I'm probably just gonna toss that away. So this one is a good one. It's a beautiful one. It has its own little baby there. I'm not gonna detach that from that. I call that the little sister and a little brother hanging out on its side. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that there so the little baby could actually get some nutrients from this big one here. And this one as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let the big sister and the little sister hang out for a little bit longer. And then these, I'm just gonna leave them here until they get bigger a little bit more. So that's how I did it, like that. So what I do, although some succulent growers will say, oh, just put a brand new soil in there. I just fertilized my soil, my plants, about, say about a month ago. So I think reusing the same soil, as long as there's no disease, there's no bugs in there, it's okay to reuse that. Remember, these plants are actually, you know, they grow in the desert where they don't really get a lot of nutrients from the soil. So I think it's gonna be happy just by itself. So just make sure that it has enough room for the new growths as well as the roots. I think it'll be okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that back there. And then since it's already dark outside, I might just add some more soil tomorrow. So I'm just gonna leave that there. And one thing to remember, if when you guys are harvesting babies or cuttings or leaf propagation, make sure that you guys water your plant first so it's nice and hydrated. Because like, since I just watered these about an hour ago, so I know that they just received an ample or enough hydration. So even if they rest here on top of my counter for 2-3 days, even up to a week, they'll be okay. Because they already got enough water. So that's just my tip for you guys. Now I have a few more babies to put in new planters, as well as maybe in an arrangement. So I hope you guys learned a little bit on that. And if you guys have any other question, please just put your comments and your questions on the bottom of the video. Have a good night.